If you own a real estate business, imagine this. You wake up and you have 10 leads in your CRM, 10 new leads, that is. Your sales team then takes over and makes calls, makes offers, sits in living rooms, and gets deals done. Your transactions team then processes the paperwork, sets up closing timelines, handles all the title and escrow stuff, earnest money. And guess what? Your operations team then runs the project or dispositions the deal and runs the day-to-day. That is the reality of real estate operators. There's too many real estate hustlers that are not there. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 hires you have to make the example I just gave a reality. And if you're watching this video at this point, that the algorithm fed you this video, it's because you're serious about growing a real estate business. I don't make content for the mass population. I don't make content that goes viral. I make content that delivers value to you guys that are trying to go from real estate hustler to real estate operator. A real estate operator has owner optionality. They can take a 2-week vacation. They can step in and out of their business, and they have a real team. This video today is not for you if you've never done a deal. This video today is not for you if you're chasing your 5th deal. This video is for you if you are doing deals consistently and you're trying to build that dream team where if you don't come to the office for a week, things don't only survive, they get better. And that is my wish for every single real estate entrepreneur because it builds profit, revives neighborhoods, revives communities, and helps you make a ton of profit. And that's what we're here for. And there's 5 hires you need to make as part of the delegation ladder in real estate we're going to talk about today. It's a twist on Dan Martell's delegation ladder specifically for real estate. You have admin, you have fulfillment, you have marketing, you have sales and leadership, and it is something that you should do in order. I see a lot of people that they hire a salesperson before they figure out marketing, and now they have someone they're paying commission and payroll to that's sitting there with no leads to work. That doesn't make sense. So it is meant for you to go step by step in order in today's video. So the first hire to get right into it that everyone should make is an admin assistant. I have a saying that I love. I didn't make it up. I heard it, but it's that if you do not have an assistant, you are one. And for a long time, I had a I think it was about $100,000 a year assistant stateside that was great. But I ended up moving on. And now I have a $25,000-$30,000 a year assistant in Colombia who has experience working for private equity companies on the assistant level that now works for me full time. And she has for I think almost a year now. And it's been life-changing. So if you do not have an assistant, you are an assistant. Hey, Cole, what task does an assistant do? They help with bookkeeping, your calendar, your travel schedule, your bill pay, your invoicing, the day-to-day operations of your business when you're not there, SOPs, KPIs, CRM maintenance. Pretty much any brain damaging work that you can think of, they are there to support you in that. And it's one of the most valuable roles that you will ever find in a business. And you can hire this person off a site like Upwork, a site like Indeed. You can use onlinejobs.ph. You can go to a headhunting agency like Sagan or like Pavago that'll go find you this person. Most of you guys overseas is plenty. But somewhere between $5 and $10 an hour. I like to give bonuses as well. It's life-changing. So number one, if you own a real estate business and you're trying to build that owner optionality, having an amazing assistant, executive assistant that really is there, proactive, trying to solve problems before you even know they exist. You aren't looking for someone to just take orders from you. You're looking for someone that is active. They are looking and searching for solutions before you even know there's a problem. And they have reached what I call the 4th level of delegation, which level 1 is, hey, Cole, I have this problem. What do I do? Level 2 is, hey, Cole, I have this problem. Here are a few options. Which option do you think is best? Level 3 is, hey, Cole, I have this problem. Here are all the solutions. Here's the one that I think is best. And level 4 is, hey, Cole, I had this problem. I fixed it. Here's what I did. You want to get everyone fully autonomous to that level 4 where you don't have to micromanage, because across any of these positions, if you have to micromanage, you're not going to enjoy it. And every entrepreneur, we don't naturally want to scale something that has hit our pain threshold. And for a lot of you guys, hiring makes your business worse because you haven't done it properly. And I've made other videos on my channel, if you haven't subscribed, 10-15 minutes like this, walking through management, onboarding, and the other parts of it. Even though they are kind of boring, they're so important. Second is fulfillment. And there's 2 fulfillment roles that I think everyone should absolutely have. One is a part-time transaction coordinator, someone that can for $300 to $500 per escrow handle paperwork, showings, deal with tenants, deal with earnest money, deal with buyers, and then also a boots on the ground. And you'd be surprised if you spent 2 hours one afternoon calling around Zillow in your county, you'd find 5 to 10 agents, because it's hard out there for agents right now, that for $50 or $100 per transaction, per escrow, they would drive properties for you, take photos, drop lock boxes, walk buyers through, deliver purchase and sale agreements with a smile on their face. And I recommend per county that you do business to have 5 people and your boots on the ground Rolodex. So a part-time or full-time transaction coordinator, $300 to $500 per file, and then a boots on the ground about $100 to $150 per visit. So you don't have to be in a car doing unproductive activities all day. If you're going to hire a part-time TC, Upwork's great. You find a former agent or former escrow officer, they will love to do it for you. That is the fulfillment part of your real estate business. Now you have marketing. And there's 2 components of this. I think you should, very much like I talked about an assistant, find someone with marketing experience between $10 and $25 an hour to handle your company and personal brand. Your websites, your SEO, search engine optimization, seller testimonials, getting those recorded and posted on your YouTube, your company pages, keeping your review sites updated, Yelp, Google reviews, amongst others, keeping your company and personal brand, growing content going out. And the second part of the marketing piece I absolutely want you to have is some kind of paid acquisition channel that can deliver you 5 to 10 plus leads per day. And that should be something that if you don't come to the office for a week, that still happens. I'm not talking about running your own pay-per-click campaign. I'm not talking about you making dials yourself or sending out mailers yourself and handwriting them. Something that runs without you that marketing manager can own. Marketing manager, same thing from Upwork or from a headhunting agency. Number 4 is sales. This is one of the most important roles in a real estate business, and a lot of people really butcher it and get it wrong. And there's 3 different sales roles that you could need depending on what you're doing. The first 2 are for all of you. You need a lead intake person. You need an acquisition manager. So lead intake, I call them a lead manager. Some people call them a follow-up manager or a follow-up specialist. It's much like in the software world, they're an SDR. Their job is to intake leads, nurture leads, make sure no leads go untouched. They get followed up with, they get nurtured, they get triaged, and they get handed off to the acquisition team when it's their time. You can hire a lead manager overseas using a headhunter agency or Upwork, usually $1,500 to $2,500 per month, plus 1 to 3% commission per deal. So that's a lead manager. And then you have an acquisition manager. I recommend this person to be stateside, although I have made it work with overseas people. One of our best guys ever was in Venezuela. You'll typically pay them stateside 20 to 25% per deal and 10 or 15% if they are overseas, plus some kind of base, $1,000 a month if they're overseas, $2,500 a month if they're stateside, but an absolute no-brainer way to scale and grow that side of the business. If you are wholesaling, you will have a disposition manager, someone you'll pay about 7.5% per deal commission, plus some kind of base. This person should be stateside, and you only need 1 per about $2 million per year you do. Now, how many of each of these people do you need? Well, I would start with 1, and then the only really roles that will be going up as volume goes up is going to be your sales. I recommend per 10 leads per day that you get, you have 1 lead manager, 1 acquisition manager, and then per 15 to 20 deals per month that you do, so this can last you a long time, you have someone on the disposition side. Last is leadership. And a lot of people in the real estate world, they call this an integrator if you're the owner and the visionary. I don't love that term. I just call it an operations manager. I don't think COO is a word you need to use in a startup until you're, well past $10 million per year. But an operations manager is someone to push the machine forward day in and day out. If you're out of office, if you're on vacation, and your dream business should involve the ability for you to have owner optionality and step out of office. Typically, you'll pay them somewhere between 5 and 10% of revenue is what it pencils out to. If you're doing $100,000 a month, 5, 10 grand a month, 200 grand a month, somewhere between $10,000 and $20,000 a month plus bonuses is where I like to land as long as it pencils into your margins. But they are the ultimate layer in your business that allows you to just focus on high leverage opportunities, which is, hiring, finance, strategic opportunities, and growing the business and the potential of the business. So those are the 5 roles: admin, fulfillment, marketing, sales, and leadership. If you are going to build your dream real estate business and not just build yourself another high paying job. If you're new to this channel and you want to join 600 plus other real estate operators that are doing this in the off-market method community, you can do so below. We have weekly live calls, accountability groups, hundreds of training videos, resources, SOPs. It's, in my opinion, the best online community you could find in real estate. And until the next video comes out, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Every single few days, we have a 10 to 15 minute tactical video to help you grow your real estate business, do more deals, make more money, build that owner optionality. And until next time, as always, you're only 1 deal away.